night to honor certainly one of the most successful entertainers of our time. Kathy Lee Johnson was there and greeted them.
Everybody loves somebody sometime, but tonight here at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City, everybody loves Dean Martin. In a few moments, the Friars Club will honor him as their 1984 Man of the Year. We asked a few of his special friends why he was so special.
Well, he's a wonderful actor. He has charisma, a marvelous personality, great hair, teeth.
He's really an enchanting man. He's so soothing to be with. He's a beauty.
He brings a kind of relaxation to this frantic rat race life that we all live. He is the inventor of the laid-back man. You look at Dean. He's so cute. He's so adorable.
Want to pinch those cheeks, huh?
And if you pinch hard enough, the booze comes right out. Let me put it this way. If Dracula bit him in the neck, he'd get a Bloody Mary.
There's a lot of magic to him. I mean, I remember when I was younger and I used to watch him in movies, and it was so exciting because he seems like he's had so much fun with his work.
I don't know, I'm just a big fan. I'm an Italian kid from New Jersey. What do you expect? Dean Martin, he's my idol, you know?
Dean Martin says you do the best impression of him of anybody.
There are 3 sounds you have to latch onto and do Dean Martin. Ooh, ah, and oh. As in, oh. Ah, oh.
He makes Perry Como look like Michael Jackson. That's how laid back Dean is.
Last night, and as a matter of fact, I talked with the Man of the Year, the Friars Man of the Year, yesterday afternoon, Dean Martin, and we'll have part of that conversation later in the hour. 11 after 8, we'll be right back after this. 9 minutes before 9 right now. Dean Martin, king of the celebrity roasters, was roasted himself last night by some of the biggest names in the business. The Friars Club honored him as its Man of the Year. Dean and I talked just before the big dinner. I asked him what this evening meant to him.
It's really something. It's an honor, and it's a real pleasure because of all the other, people they had. Jimmy Stewart, you name all the big stars, and then to include me. See, I never realized that I would be a Man of the Year. I still don't know why.
Have you asked them?
No, I'm not going to ask. They may turn it down.
But last year, you went to England, and Princess Anne, you were honored in England?
Yeah, she gave me a birthday. It was my birthday, June 7th. And it was at the Variety Club, and she was there, sitting right next to me, and she was a lot of fun to talk with. They are schooled in that. They know that you're in awe of them.
Right.
So they know how to hold a conversation. I was more nervous sitting with her than I was when I was about to open the next night on stage in London.
What is that like for Dino Corsetti? Corsetti? Is that?
Corsetti, yeah.
Steubenville, Ohio, all of a sudden to be sitting with Princess Anne.
Do you think I was thinking of that? I said, here I am, Dino, from Ohio, Steubenville, Ohio, sitting next to Princess Anne, who's giving me a birthday party. It's unbelievable.
Physically, how are you? You had an operation? You had an appendectomy back in...
Yeah. No.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I've never been back. A week after my appendix, I was hitting golf balls.
I understand that you don't like, elevators or heights or...
Oh, no. I had claustrophobia.
Oh.
I did not like elevators. And I used to walk up. I used to do that in hotels. That's why I always stayed on the 2nd or 3rd floor, because I could not get into an elevator. But only 2 years ago, when I was at MGM working in Vegas, I made myself... I got in the back elevators in the kitchen, and I told everybody, this elevator I want to use for about 4 or 5 hours. So I got in it myself. I pushed buttons, made it stop, made the doors open, stayed in it. I did that for up and down for about 3 hours. Then I said, I want to test myself. I got in an elevator with people. And Didn't bother me. They stopped at the floor, and I just stood there, and I got rid of it like that.
Tell me about what happened down at Atlantic City with the card dealing and the business with Sinatra. It's been all over the press about dealing blackjack, and what happened?
We sat down. I put down some money, and so did Barbara, Frank's wife, so did Frank. And the dealer dealt every card over.
In other words, face up.
Face up, and his one card closed under, of course. Because I used to deal, you know. For 11 years, I was a croupier. Well, when I saw all these cards open, I said, what is this? I want to pick up my 2 cards and just look at them, you know. I like to squeeze them and see what I have. For $500, I can look at them. And they said, don't touch the cards. You feel like a robot. I said, well, you tell me when to put my money down, and I'll go in, and you take it or you pay me off. Let me know when I win or lose. What am I, an idiot? And that's what Frank was a little angry at, too. And I was the one that was making all the noise, but they picked on Frank. I don't know why, because maybe they're just used to picking on Frank. He didn't say anything. All he did is, what he did say, he wanted the dealer to deal maybe 1 or 2 decks of cards. We didn't like the shoe, and in Vegas, we can go to any table we want, and you can play with 1 deck. Believe me, what Frank has done and said, he is correct about it. They were wrong, entirely wrong. And, I mean, there's no more New Jersey for us. It's a tough thing to say, but that's the truth. We didn't do anything wrong, but nobody backed us up.
Now, because it's a news story, the New Jersey Gaming Commission says that Frank Sinatra did become abusive when he asked that dealer not to use the blackjack shoe. The commission also says that...
Peter, I never worked on your hair before. Would you like me to get the curl out of your hair?
Can you?
Oh, sure I can. Okay, let's go. Hey, good, yes. You know, I don't want to alarm you, but right here, your hair looks like it's getting a little thin. That's really true. You are losing some of your hair right here.
It's quite all right. I have a name tag sewn on my scalp.
No, I am not kidding. Your hair is very dry, Peter, and I really think you should do something about it.
You do?
Yes.
What do you... What do you recommend?
I recommend an umbrella with a hole in it.
Well, I think I'd just better leave my head dry. I'm just over a cold, and I was in bed with 102.
In bed with 102?
Yeah.
Did you go to the doctor, Peter?
How else am I going to see one? See a telescope. You know, my doctor hasn't made a house call in 20 years. Even his wife is out looking for him.
Oh, well, I'll tell you something. I can always find my doctor. I just reach for my wallet, and there he is. He's a wonderful doctor, though, especially if you want to have a $20 bill removed.
Don't you know that's what the prescription is? It's a note from the doctor to the druggist. The note says, I got mine, now you get yours.
You know, a doctor shouldn't be blamed for charging so much. I mean, after all, a doctor should charge a lot of money in case there's an epidemic of good health.
Uh-huh. You know, I always wanted to be a doctor. A doctor is the only man in the world who can tell a woman, take off your clothes and let me look you over, then send her husband a bill.
You know, the problem with my doctor is he's so very specialized. Yeah. He used to be an ear, nose, and throat man.
Now?
But now he's just a nose man, and not even both nostrils.
You mean to say he's just a right nostril man?
Oh, no, just the left. I mean, if he has to examine the right, he brings in a consultant.
A consultant, that's another doctor brought in to share the blame in case you die.
I know one doctor who's so specialized, he treats absolutely no patients and won't see anybody at all. All he does is send out bills once a month.
Really? But who does he send the bills to?
Hypochondriacs who are Christian Scientists. They won't see him either.
I'm a little bit worried about my doctor. You see, last week he told me, go over to the window and stick your tongue out.
He wanted to examine it in the light?
No, he was mad with the doctor across the way.
You know, I'm on a very new diet, and it's a very interesting diet. All you drink is tiger's milk.
Tiger's milk.
It's a little bit dangerous, though, because they don't like being milked, you know.
You know, I just read in the papers about a guy who went on a diet, a special diet, and lost 135 pounds.
Now, that is really fantastic.
Oh, no, it isn't really. He was only 130 pounds when he started. You know?
That's not so good, though.
Speaking of diets, you gotta be very careful.
Yeah?
A doctor told a friend of mine that milk, butter, eggs, and cottage cheese can be dangerous. And he was right. Last week he got run over by a dairy truck. Now, Dom here is always on some weird kind of a diet.
No, that's true. That is true. I have just come off a diet, and all I ate was artificial foods. You know what I mean? Synthetic foods, artificial sweeteners, artificial ice cream, artificial candy.
Well, did it work?
Look at that. That's all fake fat right there. Oh, hi, Dean. How you doing? It's good to see you again, Dean.
Hi, guys.
Sit down.
Just give me a haircut.
And a shave?
2 bits. No, I haven't got time to listen to a shave.
I see.
Dean, would you like a new hair conditioner?
Sure.
Okay.
Get it?
Hair conditioner?
We get it. Get out.
Dean, we were just talking about health and diet.
We've been hearing this all day.
What?
That's right. I'm on a diet right now.
You diet?
Sure, I gotta take care of this body.
Yeah.
I've seen better bodies on a used car lot. If you want to go on a diet, I'll give you the greatest diet of them all.
What's that?
You go to X-rated movies and you eat your heart out.
Dean, you sure you don't want to shave?
Nope, I don't have to shave anymore. There's a new shaving cream called Reverso.
Reverso? How does it work?
It makes the hair on your face grow on the inside. All you have to do is bite it off.
Listen, how is it you stay in such fantastic shape?
You know, I'm beginning to think I'm the token straight in this bit.
I see my doctor twice a year. Last time I went, he told me I had an iron deficiency. I told him, yeah, but my wood shots are getting better. You know, golf, forget it. Yeah.
Well, you gotta take a little exercise. Really, I don't need exercise. I get all the exercise I need pallbearing for food fetish and athletes. But I did try jogging. Tried jogging and had to give it up.
How come?
Well, every time I broke into a trot, a police car would stop me.
I tried jogging, but I didn't like it. I kept spilling my drink, you know. That was jogging.
Don't drink while you
Do
drive.
you know, Dean, that thanks to jogging, more people are collapsing in perfect health than ever before?
Did you read about the guy who ate nothing but vitamins?
No.
All his life, he ate nothing but liver capsules, liver tablets, liver pills, extract of liver, and he lived till he was 106 years old.
He did?
Yeah, and it took 3 days to beat his liver to death.
I'll tell you what I do. You know, I'll tell you what I do. What do you do? I take vitamin E. I take it orally, and I put it all over my body. It's supposed to increase. That's true. I think you...
You spoke about him keeping in shape. Peter, you're very active. Don't
Yeah.
you take some kind of a vitamin?
Oh, my goodness, yes. I take this one vitamin pill a day. It contains riboflavin, iron, potassium, calcium, magnesium, pepsin, thiamine, niacin, and a pint of fruit juice in a water pig.
Yeah, but that's such an enormous pill. How do you swallow it?
Oh, you don't swallow it. You eat it with a knife and fork, dear.
If you live right, fellas, you don't need any vitamins. My uncle was getting hard of hearing, and his doctor told him he'd have to cut out drinking, smoking, and going out with women.
Well, did he?
What? Just to hear a little bit?
my friend. There you go.
Thank you. There you are, Don.
Oh, and thank you. Too generous. Oh, well, let me hold it. Your hair is a little flat on your head. Would you like me to make it stand on a little higher?
would you?
Okay. I'll see you. Oh,
Say, is he always like that?
Well, that's my partner, the Mafia Madcap.
You mean you two are partners?
Yeah.
I thought he owned the shop.
Oh, no. He doesn't own the shop. We own the shop. We're full partners, 50-50.
Isn't that wonderful? Gee, I'm so glad to hear that.
Well, I'm very pleased that you feel that way about it. I'm glad to see that you're concerned about equal rights.
What equal rights? If you're an owner, I don't have to tip you.
I think we just went from Reverend Abernathy to Archie Bunker.
Look, not tipping the owner happens to be the custom. Isn't that right, Don?
well, now, Jack, please, I don't want to get involved in a discussion on tipping. I believe that is between you and your conscience. If you don't want to tip Nipsey because he's the owner, that's your privilege. I would never say one word to influence you. Just one suggestion.
What?
Don't let him shave you. Listen, the last guy who didn't tip him walked out of here looking like Vincent Van Gogh.
You know, you did nick me here on the sideburns a little bit.
Oh, I don't see any blood.
Well, with me, it doesn't come out for about 3 days.
Did you see what it says here in the paper? There's some guy is suing the school board. He's very upset, challenging the school board right here.
No, I didn't see it. What's that?
Well, his kid is in high school, and he's very upset because they're teaching him sex education. Father's very upset.
Oh, he wants his kid out of the class.
No, he wants to get in the class.
Oh, get out.
You know something, fellas?
What's that?
What's that, Jack?
I say what's right is right. Owner or not, Nipsey, you'll get your tip.
But, Jack, who is talking about that?
Jack, I know you got short arms and low pockets, but could you make it silver this time? I'm tired of hunting for those brown coins in this brown hand.
What are you complaining about? Lincoln's your man.
Hello, Dean. How are you?
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
Hey, I see you brought it with you this time.
It's my own hair.
Dean, would you like me to...
usual down.
Would you like me to make your hair stand up?
Okay.
Pay no attention, Dean. Next week he's going to the insane asylum and give himself up. We were talking when you came in, and we were having a big discussion about sex.
In front of him? Shame on you.
Dean.
It's all right. Compared to him, I'm a square.
Compared to him, Frank Sinatra's a monk.
More power to you, Dean. With you, it's wine, women, and song. I'd change places with you anytime.
You would?
Yeah. Your liver you can keep.
Back to our subject, Dean. Are you for sex education in schools?
No, I've always preferred the car.
I don't know. A tip is a tip.
Who's talking about tipping?
What's bad about 9%?
Jack, we're not talking about tipping. We're talking about sex. S-E-X. Why do you keep talking about tipping?
Because tipping I can still do.
Everything is sex, sex, sex. There's more to life. Why not get out and look at the oceans, look at the trees, look at the animals?
Well, we're back to sex again.
Listen, I'll tell you, my own kid. With my own kid, I have to say this. Maybe if he took a course in sex education, I'm almost afraid, I think I would agree that it's a good idea. Almost afraid to say it.
Tom, why do you come with I'm almost afraid to say it? If you feel it, say it. Who cares what other people think? You can't go around today, not in this world, worrying about what other people think.
You know something? You're absolutely right. I'm not going to tip you at all.
You know, Ted, I watch you every week on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I think you're one of the most creative comic actors on TV.
Gee, that's very perceptive of you, Dean. You know, few people realize how difficult it really is for me, Ted Knight, to portray the character Ted Baxter. I mean, he's such a pompous, egomaniacal guy, and I'm such a simple, unassuming, down-to-earth guy, you know?
Hey, for crying out loud, hi over here, for God's sakes. Hey. Oh, I know, don't tell me. I gotta recognize your face. Yeah, you know who you are? Don't tell me. I know, you're Martin, D. Martin. I know you, for crying out loud. I see you on the televisionary set all the time when I have it on, when you're on. Hey, you know something? My wife thinks that you're one of the sexiest guys in the whole world.
She does?
Yeah, she thought that right after she had her breakdown. Yeah. We had to put her away, you know. Yeah, she's a golf pro out at Bellevue now. Listen. Boy, your horse is really sick, isn't he? I wouldn't race him until Tuesday of next week. Listen, you know something? Speaking of Frank Sinatra, is he a great lover, too?
I wouldn't know. I never dated him.
Well, the way I heard it, that one time he put jelly all over a lady trumpet player and had a jam session.
No, Frank wouldn't do that. He's a mayonnaise man.
Oh, is that right? Say, you know something? You, over there, a gray eagle. You look familiar, too. Say, haven't I seen you somewhere before, too?
Well, you probably have on one of these stars of the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
That's where I've seen you, yeah, for current. I watch that show, too, when I'm not watching a dino show.
Well, thank you.
Boy, that's a good show.
Thank you.
I like all them people on that show, yeah.
Thank you.
You know that guy who plays a newscaster?
Yeah.
Boy, does he stink. Yeah, I'll tell you. What part do you play?
Rhoda Morgenstern.
You know, speaking of Sammy Davis Jr., listen, you probably know him real well, too. Is he really Jewish?
Yes, he is.
You know, that's strange. Now, I didn't know that they had Jewish tap dancers.
I'm sure those Jewish folks have a great sense of rhythm.
You should know, Rhoda.
Yeah. Well, listen, speaking of my leaving, before I go, can I fix either one of you guys a short one?
Yes, I would. I'd like one.
Oh, good. Maybe I'll fix you up with Mickey Rooney.
Well, Dean, I've got to be on my way, too. Check, please.
Okay. Oh, I'll take care.
Oh, no. Dean, I insist. Let me split it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, Dean.
I do remember when we finished the scene, and as I was walking off, Dean Martin came on and said to the audience, you see, now there's an actor. I never forgot that. Coming from his mouth, his lips, it hit me in such a way, you know. And I loved him so much. He was just a most wonderful man, like Frank Sinatra. Just two great, wonderful people. They were real. You know, a lot of people used to say bad things about him. Oh, he's a drunk, or, you know, he likes to fight and everything. No such thing. You know what Frank Sinatra did one time? Remember Lee J. Cobb, the actor? He was laying in a hospital with a heart attack and everything else. And one day the ambulance backed up and they put Lee J. Cobb in the ambulance. Where are you taking me? He said, oh, that's all right, don't worry about it. Well, I got to pay. Don't worry about it, that's taken care of. They took him out to Palm Springs and put him in the compound over there with Frank Sinatra. And Frank finally showed up, and Lee J. Cobb looked at him and he said, but, sir, why? Why do you do this? He said, I like the way you act.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wondering in the night, what were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through. Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Hey folks, we'll be right back. Okay. Hey Johnny. Oh, I like that one. One of our favorites. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray and get right to the heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues, they are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Thanks a lot, folks. We'll be right back. Hey, Johnny, that sounds like a really cool song named My Way. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more. Much more than this, I did it my way. We'll be right back. On a string, sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got the song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see, I'm in love. high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on the top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I know I won't let it get me down, because this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. We'll be right back. Hey Johnny, do you happen to know that great song, Where or When?
I know when or where.
Oh, well that might work. Take it, maestro. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing were the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and loved before, right there on the floor. But who knows where or when? Hey, we'll be right back. Stick around.